Hello everyone, it's me Alka and you are watching Success Stories talk show presented by Trident Communications. Today again, we are here with yet another interesting story and our guest for today is really exciting. She is a social change entrepreneur, enabler, a new earth visionary, creative soul and working on emotional behavior. Let's welcome Kanchen to our show.
Thank you, Alka. Thank you so much. And thank you for Trident. Thank you to Trident Communications for inviting me here.
It's our absolute pleasure to have you here with us today in this show, Kanchen. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Thank you.
So, as I read out your intro just now, so there were a lot of things that you do. So, would you like to tell us that who exactly is Kanchen and what exactly do you do?
Who exactly is Kanchen? Wow, I've never thought of that question. I believe today's Kanchen, she's a happy soul. She's had her life journey. And the life journey actually kept pushing me and kicking me in the ass to kind of keep nudging me to be my true self, be my authentic self. And it took me some time, it took me a while to accept my being, accept who I am and what I am. So, to sum it up in two lines, if you would ask me, I am all about love. I am all about, the connect from the soul. I'm all about the expressions of the heart. And that is where my creativity comes in from. You can, in other terms, term me a rebel who has unsubscribed to the man-made philosophies, a rebel who has unsubscribed to the belief system that we put into a newborn. Since he's born, he or she is born, our social structure has been made such since ages that we kind of mold a child into the beliefs of the society. We mold the child into the rights and wrongs. And I'm a free spirit beyond the rights and wrongs. I do what my soul calls me for. I do what my conscience says is right.
So now that we know quite a few things about who exactly is Kanchen, can we talk a little bit about your journey that you have taken from so long and now you're here with us today?
Talking about my journey, Alka, I was born in a Marwari family based in Calcutta. Huge, loving household full of numerous members. And you know what happens? Each soul has their own journey, and during my path, during my journey, all I was engrossed in was the emotions of not being enough, the emotions of not feeling loved, and the pain, as I said to you earlier, that life kept on giving me kicks and nudges to for me to accept myself, for me to be my true authentic self. And then suddenly, couple of years back, a trauma hit. And the trauma actually empowered me. The pain empowered me. So how the pain empowered me was that I kind of lost connect with the world. I kind of lost a part of myself initially. For the first few months after the trauma, I couldn't even read and write. My friends stepped in to read and write for me. It's kind of, I unlearned what I had learned during the first couple of decades of my life. And that is where my journey actually began, of being the free spirit, being somebody who would accept herself. And going back today, when I look at my journey, I was so much in my head as a child. I was so much in my head as a growing up adult, not understanding emotions, not understanding what the world or my parents or my family or everybody around me was feeling, doing, saying. All I understood was the child was a loner and didn't feel good enough.
So
And the unlearning
ashes like Phoenix.
So the unlearning journey, it took me back to memories of my childhood where I had fun, and I started remembering the kind of love my parents have for me. I started connecting back to my roots. Um, I started seeing the goodness in life. The unlearning journey took me back to ancient wisdom. The unlearning journey took me back to many lifetimes. The unlearning journey took me back to the true essence of the soul. The childlike soul who remembers divinity when you come to this earth. And I can only thank the divine for, holding my hand through this journey and bringing me back into a place where today I not only understand emotions, I empower the tribe around me to be in, because emotions are nothing but energy in motions. Life is all about energy. Everything is energy. Whether you call it energy healing, whether you call it electricity, whatever you wish. And so when you know what your heart feels, and when instead of your mind you follow your heart, that is where emotional empowerment comes. That is where emotional freedom comes. And of course, through this journey, I've had mentors, guides, coaches hold my hand. I've been blessed to, receive divine guidance. I've been blessed to receive divine grace.
So as you said, you had a lot of mentors who guided you and inspired you through the journey. So who exactly would you like to give all the credits to for being your inspiration in the journey?
My parents and my guru, my divine friend Dada Shriji. My Triya Dada Shriji, he is, I don't know how to express or explain. He is love. He is somebody who just helped me connect to my own divinity. And and then of course there are many more teachers and guides.
So there's this fashion label that you carry and it's called Kuttir_India. So did this happen of the time that you mentioned as you unlearned things and then you learned those things again? So is it of that time? Would you like to tell us something about that?
So actually, before talking about the fashion label, I would like to share with you my journey as a trained enabler. Um, as I said, I never knew my abilities. I always had self-doubt. And going back in memory now, I recollect growing up in a household of like huge number of boys as my cousins and brothers, and being pampered by all of them. I was somebody who would sit and give them gyan, give them knowledge, share knowledge and wisdom with them. I was somebody, even as a 5-year-old kid, even as a 10-year-old kid, I would sit with them and, they would discuss and share things with me. I never knew that I'm an empath. I never knew that I had ability to heal hearts. Slowly the journey continued, and life always brought me in close proximity to people who would come and seek guidance, not knowingly, unknowingly. I would just have conversations, and good conversations can heal all wounds. And I started mentoring youth when I was just hardly 20. And post that, I went into a corporate career. I had a journey which was all about success, money, materialism, and I felt a failure within. Within me, there was such a huge vacuum that I felt as if my life is a complete failure. I could not connect to myself. I felt as if there's a part of me missing. And as divine will would have it, I moved to Bombay, New Bombay to be precise. And the empath in me was walking down the road, and we were just, we saw some children playing, children from the community, the slum community, and who were studying at the local municipal schools, playing on the street in the school uniforms, and I just happened to go ahead and talk to them. The nurturing mother in me always loves. I love children. I just love children. I think they are the best form of divine to experience. And while speaking to them, I realized that the biggest challenge, the biggest place that I myself had was giving and receiving love. And with children, the exchange of love began. The journey of nurturing began. And we set up the Kanchen Foundation, where hundreds of children come to study. They get mental, emotional, spiritual development guidance. We serve them a nutritious meal. And the journey of the last 1 decade with the foundation made me realize that, if the mothers, if the women are empowered financially, if the women are financially liberated, financially independent or liberated, the socioeconomic structure of an entire family changes. And while working with the women of the community on sustainable livelihood, we were training the women in sewing classes that they could stitch some stuff, they could make some small clothes and sell them or earn a livelihood out of them. And what I realized while seeing them working and getting trained is, the age-old education method, the age-old pattern of training was being carried on, where the stuff, the clothes, the goods that they were making were not the goods that were the need of the hour, were not the goods that people would love to buy and own. And I kind of started contributing to the sustainable livelihood for women, and helping them create clothes out of Indian fabric, Indian heirloom, Indian heritage of textiles is so beautiful. It is like the most. It is the richest. Heritage in the world as far as textiles, fabrics, garments, designs are concerned. And I started going back into ancient wisdom. As I said, for me, progression is all about liberation. And we were the most liberated when the belief system did not hit us so hard, when we were not trained into slavery of our mind, when we were not trained into the slavery of the rituals of the world, when we were not trained into the slavery of believing the rules that were set by the so-called leaders. And ancient wisdom taught me my designing skills. I am not a schooled designer. And that's how the journey began. And in 2017, when the trauma hit me hard, that was 3 months after that, I realized that I need to be financially independent myself too. And that is when Kuttir came into being. Kuttir India is a platform where we support weavers, artisans across the country, promoting Indian handloom, promoting Indian art, promoting Indian fabric, and Indian designers. And
So
of course, I do have a label.
My obviously next question was supposed to be like, tell us something about Kanchen Foundation, but you carried the answers so beautifully that we know about Kanchen Foundation, we know about Kuttir India now, and it's really great of the things that you've been doing and the way you've been helping people.
Alka, I wouldn't really say I am helping people, because this journey has actually helped me be who I am today. It has helped me liberate. It's helped me be my true self. It's helped me feel the love for myself and the world. It's helped me grow into a human who understands humanity. And
out of the so many people in the world who can help but still don't, you chose to help. So that is something that is really great. And we are really glad to have you on our show.
Thank you. And I'm very, very grateful to Shiv and Naveen for, choosing me amongst the dignitaries like Bappi Nehri. I was like, oh my God, like I have always considered myself to be a next to nobody. And you guys have bestowed such an honor upon me. Eternally grateful.
There's something that I noticed while we were talking before some time, that you also study emotional behavior, and you talked about it quite a few times in between as well. So what exactly is human behavior and what got you into this? how does this help people also?
It's very difficult to define human behavior. You just can't do that. No books, no thesis, no research, nothing can define all human behaviors. Each human is unique. Each emotion is unique. And each emotion is connected to the state of energy you are in that given situation and moment. So if you are in a certain vibrational energy at this moment, you will feel only that, and all your behavior would be a reflection of that energy. It's nothing to do with your environment. It's nothing to do with your physical state of being. It's nothing to do with anybody else around you. And your connection to divine. So the higher you are in alignment with the divinity, the healthier your state of emotions are. And I don't know whether I'm making sense to you, but I can give you a small little experience to share of what divine love is. So if you could just close your eyes for a moment, Alka. And
Sure.
take a deep breath in. Take another deep breath in. And with each breath, experience the love, the grace, the nurturing, that the light source is sending to you. You will feel your heart chakra at the center of your chest, experiencing divine love. Love for yourself. Love for your beingness. Love for the creation and the creator. With each breath, let all cells in your body experience the love that you're feeling in your heart. Allow each cell in your body to feel the divine grace. As you breathe in love. And as you breathe out gratitude to the universe for allowing you to experience this love.
This was like a really much needed piece that I was looking for since a lot of time, and this helped me. I can't explain exactly how, but I just really feel really nice after doing this. Thank you so much, Kanchen, for this like a small exercise we can say, but it was really helpful.
I love you too, Alka. I
So
love you too.
this kind of is very emotionally healing, so it is very evident that you help people with emotional healing and all. But it's very natural that everyone needs emotional support at some or the other point. So who is your biggest strength, or how will you help yourself if the need comes up?
My mom is my greatest friend. She knows exactly when I need to talk to her. She knows exactly when I'm feeling good. And she knows exactly when I need a pep up. And she knows exactly when I need a kick in the ass. So she calls me whenever they need me. And then is my son. He's not just my friend. He's also like somebody who shows me the mirror that this is right and this is not right as per his emotional wisdom. And yeah, these are the two people that I would say that are my pillars of strength.
Obviously, he's got your genes, so he knows how to talk to people
And
and
I've got
emotionally heal
my
people.
husbands.
Yeah, and you must be really proud of him when he talks with so much of wisdom like that.
Not really. I wouldn't say that he talks of wisdom. Uh, However, he knows what and when the emotion is, and he knows that what emotion would bring out the best in a person. At least with me, he does.
So, like, I did the meditation that you helped me with recently, like just now, and I felt really great. So, like, can you share some views about the benefits of meditations and any techniques that people could follow?
People talk about the benefits of meditation and techniques. I really do not subscribe to techniques. As I told you, I have unsubscribed from all man-made philosophies. So whatever suits you, try out a couple of things, try out what when you start seeking, when you start asking the universe, like Jesus said, ask and you shall receive. So when you start asking the universe for support, when you start asking the universe for guidance, you would see that there would be mentors and coaches appearing into your life. And each one would bring a technique that would suit you or not suit you. And follow your heart, follow your soul. You would know what techniques are suiting you. However, my own perception of what I feel, your judgment, your perception could be different. And I completely honor that. My viewpoint is, if you're going through a low phase in life, if you're going through a low emotion, a low vibrational emotion in life, be it, pain, shame, guilt, fear, society rules, as per the so-called worldly rules. I feel when you are at your lowest, you should not meditate. Because meditation is all about going within, going deeper into the state of being. And if your current state of being is not happy, if your current state of being is not joyous, if your current state of being is that of anything that makes you sad, You should not meditate by yourself. You should get some healing done. You should get some cleansing done. And when I say that get a healing done or get a cleansing done, I'm not saying anything is wrong with you and you need a prescription and you need to prescribe to medicines or herbs or whatever to help you go elevate to a higher level of energy vibration. What I'm saying is pour your heart out. Sometimes you can pour your heart out through verbal communication. Sometimes you can pour your heart out through writing. Sometimes you pour your heart out through creating an art. You paint, you create music, you create designs. Or if you are a left brain person, maybe numbers is something that would help you, go into a higher vibration, because the language of the universe is not just words and signs and colors and vibration. The language of the universe is also numbers, which is something that I am on a journey to learn. And go back to whatever brings your heart peace. Find a friend, speak to someone, pour your heart out, cleanse it. मतलब अगर आपका घर गंदा है, अगर आपका environment गंदा है, तो उसमें आप फूल लेके आइए या उसमें आप नई सजाने की चीजें लेके आइए, वो खूबसूरत नहीं लगेगा. आपने हाथ के ऊपर एक जलता हुआ अंगारा रखा हुआ है in form of pain, in form of, and you're looking so beautiful now, Alka. Let me tell you that. Let me compliment you.
Thank you.
That your face is looking so different from how we started the conversation to now.
Thank you.
तो अगर आप अपने हाथ पे एक अंगारा जलता हुआ रखिएगा, अगर आप दर्द में रहिएगा, तो उस जलते हुए अंगारे से क्या होगा? आप ही का हाथ जलेगा ना. You are the one who will feel more pain. You are the one who will feel more self-worthlessness. You would feel the burden of the entire world, the entire community, your family, your loved ones won't be able to connect with you. You won't be able to connect with your loved ones. So पहले अपने हाथ में से उस अंगारे को हटा दो. Cleanse your home, cleanse your heart, cleanse your soul. And फिर अपने हाथों पे अगर आप रजनीगंधा, मोगरा, चंपा, चमेली के फूल रखते हो, तो आप सोचो कैसा फ्रेग्रेंस होगा, क्या खुशबू आएगी. Your life can become very beautiful. You just have to unlearn the pain and learn to love yourself.
Your words make so much sense. Like, there's a lot of philosophy, but everything makes so much sense.
It's all the information that is there in our human evolution journey. It's just that, we've chosen to listen to news media. We've chosen to listen to, what is being served to us. And it is not just the food that makes you healthy or unhealthy. It is also the information that you're feeding your vibrations, your energy. It is the energy that you're giving to your soul that makes you healthy or unhealthy too. I was very unhealthy at a given point in time.
So as you speak about your career, there must be some memorable event or some unforgettable moments that maybe has had a place in your mind so far. So is there something like that you'd like to share?
There have been so many. I don't know which one to talk about. But yes, I would like to mention my friends who've also been my guides, like I said, if your people whom you love the most are your guides and your friends and your mentors, your life becomes easier. So I would like to mention my friend Smita Jaikar, whom I also call Ma, uh, who's my spiritual mentor. I would like to mention um, Nayan Agarwal, who's I would not label her with any term. She's one of the purest souls I know, and my is there've been so many instances that I've experienced with them when where you know that the souls are connected and these are the people who actually helped you evolve in your journey. Uh, I would like to make a special mention of my childhood friend Ambika Nair, uh, who's been there throughout. When I was at my ugliest, when I was at my unhealthiest, she's been somebody who's been there throughout, holding my hand, kicking my ass, pulling me out of the muck. She's been a soul guide. She's been a soul angel to me all my life. As a child, yes, there are some amazing memories of hers. As in my 40s, I have some most beautiful memories. So, one of my mentors, Sidra Jaffrey, the founder of School of Awakening, she would say that friendships take you from being a victim to a victor. And I am blessed for the friends in my life.
So now that you have mentioned a few pillars of support behind your success, what is the true meaning of success according to you? And how do you plan to give it back to the society and change it for good?
The true meaning of success is joy. The true meaning of success is having a childlike twinkle in your eyes and the uninhibited smile. The true meaning of success is feeling the freedom of the soul. The true meaning of success is being able to exchange the energy of love without judgment. The true meaning of success is being able to surrender in divine grace.
These are not huge or fancy things that you just said, but these are such minimal things that in general we have forgotten to think of and to thank God for everything that we have. So those are some really inspiring words to look at
And
success.
when I say all this, Alka, I do not mean that you should not enjoy the pleasures of the earthly plane. I do not mean that you should not enjoy the materialistic pleasures. I have done that, been there, enjoyed like crazy. Like I've experienced the most amazing materialistic pleasures of the world. I've had joy in them too. And I still do. I enjoy my luxuries. I enjoy I enjoy all the richness the earth has in it. I enjoy the currency of earth. I enjoy the currency of divine realm as well. However, to me, success is self-love.
That's something really nice that we came across so far, that success being such a term that people mix it up with competition and winning, and you told something that comes from deep within, self-love. So that was something really nice.
Alka, you asked me that, moving forward, how do I desire, how do I intend to impact the world? So during COVID, we were serving in the slum community, the foundation and the divine warriors, the youth of the foundation were serving in the community where, while people were not even stepping out of the homes, there was a team of 18 people fearlessly serving in divine grace, and none of them in by God's grace, none of them experienced any kind of ill health. And the fearlessness we experienced was so amazing. So my intention going forward in this journey is to unite the change enablers of the world, unite the women of the world where there is no competition and only love and compassion. My intention moving forward with a talk show that we have just started live on Facebook by the name Chai Shai, etc. Chai Shai was again a project started by the Kanchen Foundation in 2011, which was started as a cafe where 15 women would earn their livelihood through selling 30 varieties of tea and snacks and all that, and it was super successful. However, when the trauma hit, I was unable to devote time, money and attention towards the project, and we had to kind of close it down. And during COVID, with a very dear friend of mine, Pradeep Chandi Ramani, we planned that, why just keep Chai Shai to a cafe? Why not, make it a place where people can come and not just sip a chai, but also heal their souls. And so helping impact innumerable life. I do not know numbers, whether it is millions, billions, trillions, no idea. However, be it animal healers, be it human healers, be it nature healers, environmentalists, we intend to bring them all together to make Earth a better place for all the souls that have come here through the light being.
With this experience that you shared about the Chai Shai talk show, you added another feather to the cap of all the things that you've been doing. So I don't know, do you have any leisure time? But if you do, what do you do in that?
This is my leisure time. Talking to you is so much fun. This is my leisure time. Chai Shai is my fun time.
Okay.
And spending time with children at the foundation, that is the time I feel divine grace. Creativity is something where I find expression. So this is all leisure. I never feel that I'm working.
Okay.
I just don't feel that my work is like something that makes me tired. So I'm like always enjoying.
Okay, that's something really nice, and that's something that the youth needs to learn, that if you follow your passion, no matter how taken you are, and you just feel like you are enjoying all of it.
Absolutely.
So how do you feel to be associated with Trident Communications?
As I said earlier, that for me it was not just a surprise, it was a sudden nomination, and I was just sent the the storyline and the invite saying that you have been nominated and so and you need to attend this webinar where we will be introducing you to the other nominees. And honestly, I am not somebody who's very comfortable even today with the certifications and with the trophies and all that. So I was shy. I was kind of, oh my God. I was like hesitant. And like I said, my friends, they were like, oh, go and attend the webinar. What's it? You just need to dress up and be there for half an hour and 40 minutes or maybe an hour and talk to them and hear them out. See if you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, fine. So I just came for fun. And when I experienced that event, I felt so much gratitude. I felt so much appreciation for the recognition, because amongst all dignitaries and people who have achieved materialistic success, who have not just made a name, earned some fame, they've also made a lot of money. I haven't made money on my own. I've never worked hard for money. It's like money just comes to me. And so I just felt like, oh my God, this is like such a big honor, and I'm so grateful to Shiv and Nayan, that Shiv and Naveen, that out of so many stories, they researched on me, they spoke to people about me, and they found out, they took the effort of doing the background work. And thank you so much. That's all I can say. Thank you so much.
It's all our pleasure, actually. Do you think this Success Stories talk show will be able to inspire people and bring about a change, like a positive change in the society?
Of course, because if you speak your heart, if you speak your soul without the fear of being judged, then you are your authentic self. And anything authentic, anything true, anything real is inspirational.
Those are some really nice words from you, Kanchen, and it was a wonderful chat with you. And we really don't want to end up here, but since we are running a little out of time,
we will need to close the conversation here, Alka.
Yeah. So we'll just end up on a last question. That what are your views about the younger generation and some message that you want to leave for them?
For me, time, age, all these are illusions. I do not believe in any of these. I derive inspiration from a 5-year-old child at the foundation, from a 20-year-old youth, and even from a 80-year-old elderly, as you would call them. And I believe each one of us are a child at heart, and a youth at heart, and a wisdom holder at heart. We know all of these. And for me, the only one thing I would like to tell the youth is, go there, accept yourself, be your true self, love yourself. Don't be bothered about who would be labeling you what. Don't be bothered about who would be judging you as how. Express your heart's true emotions in whatever form you wish to. If you have no one to communicate to, record it for yourself. If you have no one to share it with, write a blog. There are so many mediums. Take a camera and shoot the nature. Do whatever gives you joy. Don't settle down for anything that is lesser than your heart's desire. Don't settle for anything that is lesser than your soul's calling. Do what makes you feel good and live your life 100%. Money will follow. Materialism will follow. Everything will follow if you follow in your soul.
Those were some truly inspiring words, Kanchen, and we are really glad that we could have you here with us today and you could take out some precious time from everything that you do for us.
Thank you, Alka. And my heartfelt gratitude once again to Trident Communications UK, but my heartfelt gratitude for choosing Kanchan Todi as a success story. Really humbled, truly humbled. Thank you.
So friends, this was our guest for today, Ms. Kanchan Todi, and we got to know a lot of things about her and a lot of definitions about success, about what you need to do in your life, and a lot of inspiring words there. So stay tuned for more such exciting stories for Success Stories Talk Show presented by Trident Communications.